Happy weekend, brunchers. I am Bailey Minogue.
And I'm Andy Darko.
And this is Too Much for Brunch. You might be surprised once you realize that Beyonce really only has 5 albums, even though she has an enormous catalog. Especially if you count Destiny's Child songs, which we're not. No. Okay? No ma'am.
10.
Naughty Girl was actually one of my favorite Beyonce songs for many, many years. I'm not a huge Beyonce fan, but mostly because of the Donna Summer sample.
I really think that made the whole song. The song in and of itself wasn't spectacularly written or mind-boggling or, breaking any walls, but I really agree with you. That sample gave it a little extra zest.
But it's one of her singles that you don't hear a lot of anymore compared to some of the other ones.
Very true. I mean, except in my shower.
9.
If I Were a Boy, in my opinion, was one of the greatest ballads that Beyonce has ever done. And as usual, it was beautifully sung. A lot of women do get dogged out simply because of their gender, which is bullshit. And if the script was flipped, that's when women get called whores and all of this. And she pointed it out and she threw everybody under the bus, so I'm not mad at her.
It's clever.
Although, I would say it's also funny to see drag queens do this.
8.
Ring the Alarm is a Beyonce song that I really, really love. When B-Day came out, I was actually going through a really bad breakup with, Aho. He was Aho. We were together for a few years, and when B-Day came out, it was right around the time we were breaking up, and it really just made all of my anger rise to the surface, and it carried me through the breakup.
This song has that story written all over it. Everybody's been at that point.
The whole album, though. The whole album is really pissed off.
I mean, but everyone's wanted to, throw on a trench coat and a 4-foot pony and just stomp around the house.
Yeah.
I do it every Wednesday.
7.
3 words. Get me bodied. Get me on the dance floor and get me moving. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. That extra long 8-minute version. Yes. Get your cardio in for the night, honey.
And that is when you can judge your true friends, because if they don't know the choreography, they gotta go.
6.
I honestly could talk about Flawless all day. There were so many levels to the song that was so simple to begin with. But then when the remix came out, she really took it to another level. Aside from the fact that Nicki Minaj delivered one of the strongest verses in her career, Beyonce was rapping and actually did a really good job at it. I think people were surprised by that.
I was surprised.
She had lots of swagger. She addressed her sister on the elevator and how she basically didn't give a fuck about it. And she even pointed out the fact that she shut down the internet when her album came out.
5.
Halo is another ballad that I absolutely adore from Miss Beyonce. No tea, no shade, even though she sounds like she's, breathing through an asthma inhaler for half of the song. It's an absolutely gorgeous song. The message is beautiful. Like I think we've said every single time we mention the song, it's sung beautifully.
And it's one of my favorite Beyonce ballads too. I can't really think of another ballad of hers that I listen to regularly besides Me, Myself, and I. But another thing about Halo is, there's that whole drama with the Kelly Clarkson song, Already Gone. Now, I don't know if you guys know about that, but Ryan Tedder wrote both songs and produced them, and they sound very, 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 very similar. Say very similar.
Very similar.
So you should go, if you haven't yet, go listen to those together. I'm sure there's mashups on YouTube. Maybe I can put a link in there.
We'll find it.
4.
Run the World, for me, marks a turning point for Beyonce where she stopped giving a fuck.
The video for this portrayed Beyonce is exactly what she is. Royalty, beautiful, regal, dancing the house down, killer costumes, hyenas on chains, this whole Mad Max dystopian world going on.
The director's cut of the video is actually really cool looking too. It's cool to see 2 different versions of the same narrative. They basically just have less dancing in the director's cut, but I do like both.
3.
Irreplaceable, a song we all know and love and every single person can relate to. When you go through that breakup and you just really don't give a crap, you're gonna throw their shit on the lawn and move on with your life.
Yes. And everybody knows to the left, and that was every ratchet girl's thing to do when her boyfriend got to cutting up.
2.
Beyonce's first massive hit was Crazy in Love. It had a cute dance to go with it, it had a horn section through the roof, and it made people forget that nobody liked her debut single, which was Work It Out.
That was so bad. You just shaded her so hard. That's the only way I could react.
1.
Our number 1 song is obviously
Single Ladies.
Aside from the fact that everybody whipping their hands back and forth, it was also a really good message. Just that you have to know your worth. That's what Single Ladies is really about.
Here's my only issue with this song. Now, Beyonce put this song out, talking about if you liked it, you should have put a ring on it and leaving this man behind. And everybody rallied behind that, and all the girls was going crazy. I'm right there with you, Beyonce. And y'all seem to forget that Beyonce was going home to a man who's made more money in the past 30 years than the past 10 generations of your family collectively. That's all I'm saying, right?
She had all these lonely bitches dancing in circles talking about all the single ladies, and then she went home to her husband.
You forgot she was not one of the single ladies.
So that's our video for this weekend, Brunchers. And I know Beyonce's got lots of singles, so I'm sure that you'll be able to tell us which ones were your favorites.
Tell us what we missed, tell us what you think, and tell us if you think we got some things out of order.
You can join the conversation here. Just comment on the video. You can also come see us on Facebook at facebook.com/toomuchforbrunch. And you can check us out on our home website at toomuchforbrunch.com. Let us know who we should do next. We get all these requests to do videos where we list our top 10s and our favorite albums and our favorite songs. So whose catalog do you think we should go through next?
Let us know who your favorite artist is, maybe give us some ideas of the songs you like, and we'll go from there.
If you are so moved, you can follow moi on Twitter at TMFB_Bailey.
And while you're out there tweeting, you can find me at Micah the Modest.
Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Bye!